Good evening. Uh, we have to perform the number of experiments in MATLAB for digital signal processing. So, as per our syllabus list, this is our sixth experiment. That is, we have to write the program to find out the DFT of the given sequence and plot its magnitude and phase plot, and also find out its IDFT so that we can obtain the original signal back. So for this purpose, the aim of our practical is write a program to find out the DFT of the given sequence, plot its magnitude and phase plot, also find its IDFT to obtain the original sequence. So before performing this assignment in MATLAB, we'll have a look on the DFT and its magnitude phase plot and its spectra that we can obtain by using MATLAB. So suppose we have problem statement like determine the DFT of the given sequence, let x of n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, plot its magnitude and phase spectra, and also find out its IDFT by using MATLAB. So before going to the MATLAB simulation, we'll solve this problem by using our regular practice, that is analytical solution on paper. So here we have provided with the length of the sequence is equal to 4, and hence by using the standard definition of n-point DFT, one can write x of k is equal to summation over the range 0 to capital N minus 1 x of small n e raised to minus j2 pi n k upon capital N, and this equation is true for 0 is less than or equal to k is less than or equal to capital N minus 1. So we have gone through the details of this particular equation and we have solved the problem also. So if we find out this DFT of the given sequence, then it is written in the form of summation, that is x of k is equal to summation over the range from 0 to 3 x of n into e raised to minus j2 pi n k upon capital N, that is 4, and our k will range from 0 to 3. So this summation will becomes x of k is equal to, and once we put the values of small x of n, which is ranging from 0 to 3, in this case the samples are 0, 1, 2, 3, but if we solve this summation in terms of exponential form, we'll have the solution, that is for k is equal to 0, x of 0 is equal to 6, for k is equal to 1, x of 1 is equal to minus 2 plus 2j, for k is equal to 2, x of 2 is equal to minus 2, and for k is equal to 3, my DFT x at k is equal to 3, that is x of 3 is equal to minus 2 minus 2j. So this could be the you may say the DFT of the given sequence small x of n, and as it is a complex number, one can have its magnitude and phase plot. But before going to the finding the magnitude and phase values, we can solve the same problem by using a matrix formulation of the DFT. So we have gone through the matrix formulation of the DFT. So x of k is equal to w suffix n into x. So this left hand side is the DFT, standard DFT, that is for the given n length sequence. This w suffix n is the Twiddle factor matrix, and small x is my x of n, that is input signal you may call. So this is expressed in a matrix formulation that we have studied in classroom theory. So this matrix formulation can be written for the given sequence, that is from x of 0 to x of 3. So it is a standard 4x4 matrix called as Twiddle factor matrix multiplied by the given sequence in terms of standard 4x1 matrix. And if we solve this computation, we will have again the same sequence, that is magnitude and phase in terms of the rectangular form, that is the complex quantity. So one can separate out this complex quantity as a magnitude and phase. So it is very easy to find out the magnitude and phase once we know the complex number. So by using our standard practice, that is magnitude is equal to under root of real square plus imaginary square, one can compute all these values, that is 6, 2, root 8, then plus 2, and okay. So here we can find out the IDFT by using a matrix formulation again, that is for that formula is x of n is equal to 1 by capital N w suffix capital N complex conjugate into x. So it is a complex conjugate of the Twiddle factor matrix what we have previously considered. So it is equal to the left hand side is my time domain sequence, and the right hand side is 1 by 4 times dual factor matrix complex conjugate into dual factor matrix complex conjugate and the sequence, that is DFT, what we have obtained. And if you multiply and if you solve the computation, we have the original signal back, that is our x of n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So this can be done with the help of MATLAB. So here I have written the MATLAB code for that. The line number 7 is just any initialization, that is CLC, clear screen, and clear command window, then clear all, clear figure file all. So for all these commands you are already familiar with. Next is line number 11. It is just written that we have to enter the sequence for which we need to determine the DFT. Then we have to focus on the length of sequence. So we can say that the small n and small k, as per our DFT equation, it is ranging from 0 to capital N minus 1. So over here I have defined small n, I have defined small k. Then next is, once we have this sequence which is entered in terms of MATLAB, I will just comment for the next part of the code and I will run this code once again. So if I run this code in command window, it is expected that we have to enter the in command window we have to enter the sequence. So my sequence is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So if I enter it, it will just take the input, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Now I will come to the MATLAB editor, and here I can just uncomment or unterminate this statement, that is for small n and small k and the capital N. So if I run this code and if I go to the command window and if I enter right now the sequence 0, 1, 2, 3, it is observed that the length of the sequence is 4. So there are 4 values of the samples which are present, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. So small n will range from 0 to 3 and small k is also ranging from 0 to 3. So again let us come to the editor window, and here I can comment the next 3 lines over here. So I will just uncomment this. Here it is mentioned in line number 16, that is w suffix n is a dual factor that I want to calculate. So w suffix n is a complex number. It is expressed as a exponential of minus j 2 pi upon capital N, but we know that it is a w suffix capital N raised to nk. So this n into k, it can be considered in matrix form simply by multiplying the n transpose into k, because we know that the size of n and k is same. So as it is a 4 by 4 matrix, you may say it is just in terms of number of rows into number of columns. So n transpose into k, if we find out that, we will have values of the dual factor matrix. And once I know the dual factor matrix, it is easy to multiply that dual factor matrix with the input signal and to have the output, that is DFT. So if we run this code up to this point, we will come to the command window. We have to enter the sequence 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is showing me that it is a complex exponent, that is w suffix n is simply raised to minus j 2 pi upon capital N. So if you solve it for n is equal to 4, it is a simply an imaginary number, that is minus j. And if I consider n transpose into k, it is just index, that is first row, first column is 0, rest of the things that we know from the theory. So it is just a multiplication of n into k. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6. So these are the power of w suffix capital N. So if we have this power, one can find out the w suffix n raised to nk. So if we consider w suffix 4, so this complex number raised to this power, one can have this dual factor matrix which is there in front of you. So if I know the dual factor matrix, next is I need to multiply this dual factor matrix with the inputs that I have considered. So here also I can write it, that is capital X is equal to, capital X is nothing but my DFT that I am interested in, is equal to W suffix capital N raised to small n into k multiplied by my input signal X. So if I enter it, it is showing me the error over here. Why? Because there is some matrix dimension problem. So here if I put over here dot star, again it is showing me the matrix dimension. So is there any problem for this matrix multiplication? Yes, there is a problem. So what I can write, I can have the same but in terms of transpose form. Again there is a problem, that is it is showing. So what we can do, we'll just remove this and we will enter it. So these are the probable errors that you may face in the practical exam also. So here I need to multiply the 4x4 matrix with 4x1 matrix, and we are entering sequence X as a 1x4 matrix, so the size is not matching, and hence one can have the 4x4 matrix into 4x1 matrix. So we are having our solution, that is DFT is equal to 6 plus 0j, that is 6, then minus 2 plus 2j, minus 2, then minus 2 minus 2j, that we have already observed in our PowerPoint display. So again I can come to the command window. So this I have already explained to you, that is multiplication of X into W suffix N into Nk, and the same command can also be replaced if 4x1 matrix is getting multiplied with 4x4 matrix. So the 1x4 matrix is also getting multiplied with 4x4 matrix. So here one can have the logic, that is X into W suffix N raised to Nk. So here next part is we need to observe the magnitude and phase. So if I want to observe the magnitude and phase, I need to write down the command, that is absolute of my DFT and its angle of DFT, and one can convert this radian values into degrees, simply multiplying the angle by 180 upon pi. So if I run this code, I can have the solution like this, that is my code require or it demands the sequence that I need to enter. So if I enter it, I may have the values of the required DFT, that is 4-point DFT that we have discussed in PowerPoint presentation. Here it is the magnitude, that is 6, 2.82 to 2.82. So this is nothing but 2 root 8. So I can have that over here, that is 2 times SQRT of I think it should be 2 SQRT of 2. So it is 2.8284. So this is 2 root of 2. So if it is 2 root of 2, we have calculated in, okay, so there is a printing mistake. Instead of this 8, it is a 2. So sorry for that, this should be a 2, again this should be a 2. So if this is the case, this is our solution that we are getting over here in MATLAB also, and that is equal to, here you may say plus 2.82. Now one can plot the same sequence in MATLAB. So the next part is simply for plotting and implementing the IDFT in MATLAB in the same way as that of the DFT. So same logic is there, only the formula is need to be replaced by the DFT and IDFT. So here I can enter the sequence and I may have the command window. This is the magnitude and phase values over here that we are getting, and so here we are getting the original signal back again. So the intermediate steps I have just terminated so that the result is not appears over here, because I am interested in only magnitude and phase, and one can have its figure like this, that is the first figure is magnitude and second figure is the phase, and it is just plotted with respect to k value. So when k is 0, I may have the magnitude 6 and phase 0 degree. Then at k is equal to 1, we are having magnitude is 2 root 2 and the angle is plus 135. Then here it is minus 180 and minus 135. So this is about the you may say the experiment number 6, that is finding the DFT and IDFT of the given sequence by using MATLAB, and also plot its magnitude and phase.